Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're glad you're watching. Thank you so much for making time to join us. This is Mutembei TV, open forum political discussion show, a show that gives you an opportunity to air what you feel and think about the latest development on our political front. It is been several days since the whistleblower gave out damning revelations from the IEBC server, claiming those are the genuine results of the 2022 August elections that that declared William Ruto a winner and Raila Odinga as a loser. Now, the revelations proved otherwise, that the person who actually won the elections was Raila Odinga. And therefore, Raila Odinga and the brigade put up a spirited refute program campaign and people initiative to protest against the corruption in the IEBC and the fake results that were deemed useful in coming to conclusion of the declaration of William Ruto as president-elect and thereafter being ratified by the Supreme Court. And so there was a Kamgunji rally, and thereafter there was a declaration of the Jacaranda rally, both in Nairobi, Kenya, and therefore today, Baba was meeting his brigade, his foot soldiers in Nairobi, planning how Jacaranda is going to look like. And that's the subject that we'll be looking at. And of course, the struggles that Kenya Kwanza has to refute the revelations by the whistleblower. We have received almost response in equal measure to try and overturn or down the revelations that have been brought forth by this whistleblower. All we have had are blames and counter blames and refutes and counter refutes, but nothing concrete so far from Kenya Kwanza. Why is there a struggle in Kenya Kwanza in proving whatever that has been given by the whistleblower as not being valid? Could it be that they know that it is true? Well, let's get talking. Thank you so much. As you get us, please make sure you help 1, 2, 3, 4 people to join into the discourse tonight, even as we look at this wider spectrum of the Kenya nation, the Kenya society, and the electoral process, and whether our elections actually work or don't. Thank you so much. Tafadhali tunawakaribisha kila mmoja na mahala popote ulipo, karibisha wawili watatu ili tukamakinike pamoja. Tuko live kwa Mutembei TV official page on Facebook, Mutembei TV YouTube channel, and Sound Candid Talk channel. So make sure that you follow through whichever suits you. And if you have not yet subscribed to Sound Candid Talk, make sure you do so. We're still looking for at least 313 subscribers to get to our 1,000 mark, wherever target. So don't be left behind by you delaying to subscribe when you're required to. The link you use to get to the studio is now available in the comment section. All you need to do is click on it, allow StreamYard to configure for you the camera as well as the audio. You will be in this very space for us to talk matters Kenyan politics and how to navigate through all this. Karibu sana na shukuru sana Fatan Abdullahi Muhammad anasema tumefika 686. Basi tunatafuta wangapi wamebaki? Is it 314? So please, let's make that happen as we roll out the discussion tonight. Travel with Red anasema number one here. Thank you so much for being number one in studio. Tunashukuru tu sana. Yufin AO, thank you so much. Felicitas Tideke, karibu kwa show Destiny Desire. You're welcome to the show Passionate Love of Christ. Karibu sana. Jacqueline Getuba, you are welcome to the show. Good evening to you. Suleiman Mashek, Kowech, Mutembei official, we need a strong opposition. Karibu sana, thank you. Oh, Matuma Candidates, say welcome, Bernard. Karibu niende husband. You can't get that, you can't get the antidote for this one. That one, I promise you, you will still have to look for me. Elizabeth Anyango, karibu kwa show. Leah Daly, you're welcome. Dahi Abdi, you're welcome. Dan Dennis on Drake, wetu huyo. Thank you for being great. Jacaranda is a must. Our team is well prepared. Thank you so much. Tusonge mbele, nani huyu? Destiny Desires, we are ready to occupy State House soon as possible, no matter what the victory belongs to my Minister Honorable Engineer, his earthquake, Raila the fifth. Thank you so much. Alafu nani huyu mwingine? Ehe, tumefika 686. Tusonge mbele na hiyo subscription. I will be sharing the link shortly. Nani huyu sijamsabai. Tunaposonga mbele, Ken Kirwa say mijinga inamaanisha nini? Tafadhali jaribu angalia, msamiati inaonekana wa kuchanganya. Mark Meki, karibu sana. Hello to you. Who else is here? Who else here? Thank you, thank you. Juliet Musalia, karibu sana. Maureen Ongoi, karibu kwa show. I am from Saudi Arabia. Hi to you. Asante sana, ni Saudi Arabia. Asante sana, karibu kwa show. Charles Nyagi, karibu sana. Fabiano Adriano, mimi ndio huyo. Karibu sana bro. Tusonge mbele. Kiprono Koech, he's on a mission to join government through the back door. I think His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua is watching. No problem. We waited for Gachagua at Kamkunji. We didn't see him. He's a coward and he's not a genuine Mau Mau. You are told who are in the Mau Mau and who helped the Mau Mau. So your case imeisha hivyo. Robbins Leshira, hi to you. Nani huyu sijamuona? Kuna Lums Chandai, Sami Naro, alafu Mildred Oanda. Of course, kuna Leia. Thank you so much. Mama yetu Mary Wainaina, karibu kwa show. Kuna Chumsi. I hope I'm getting that right. Trufoslai, karibu JB. Karibu sana. Nani mwingine hapa? Okay, thank you. Kuna Cecilia wa Uyanga. Asante sana. So tafadhali tumia hiyo link, ingia studio tuanze kuongea masuala haya, na karibu tu sana wakati tunaangazia masuala ya siasa zetu ili ukamakinike. Mambo huenda yakaja alafu yakangaja, lakini ukweli lazima ushughulikiwe na ukweli lazima usimamiwe. Malia Skarin, karibu sana. Rich. Thank you so much. Nani mwingine? Okay, so let's get straight to discuss our manenos as we start out our conversation tonight. I trust all is well. Thank you for those who are inviting each other. Make sure you share you share that link with everybody in your WhatsApp group, everybody in your Facebook groups. Let the whole world tune in here and let us have a conversation that I believe is profitable and necessary at this point in time. It is about time Kenya told each other the truth, and we cannot live a lie forever. Those who want to fool us this time round, they must look for a different way. Well, let's get going. Fred, mbona umejificha? Kuna nini giza? Freddy Kowino. Is Freddy still here? Okay, let's get moving. Thank you everybody. Please to song vele ingia studio, tumia your link alafu ili tukabia pamoja. Then to get us moving, let's just listen out to Baba's whatever givings, even as we start out our conversation. Karibu kila moja, makinika.
Mapambano, 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 bado mapambano. Azimio, azimio, azimio. Asanteni, naweza kuketi. Sasa, asanteni bana. Nimeona nyuso ya wamama warembo, vijana, wazee, washujaa wa Kenya. Jana tuliongea wachache, kawaambia kesho na watu wetu hapa Nairobi tupate watu 20 kutoka kila constituency, ili manake tunaenda kwa safari, kienda ziarani mpaka Upange. Nikasema waita wawe tupige gumzo kidogo, na mimi natoa shukrani kwa sababu nyinyi mmetika na mkakuja. Nafurahi. Kwanza nataka kuambia nyinyi mlisimamia hapa na fanya kampeni Nairobi, tukakomboa Nairobi. Yetu ndio kati ya 17 kama sio kwa 3 peke yake, na MCA vile vile tukapata mingi, kuna rais vile vile tukashinda, sivyo? Na vile ilivyokuwa hapa Nairobi, mkati hapa tulishinda, mkoa wa kaskazini mashariki tulishinda, mkoa wa pwani tulishinda, magharibi tulishinda, Nyanza tulishinda, mashariki tulishinda. Tungeshinduaje hapa katika kura ya Kenya yote? Tungeshindwa? Hatukuweza kushindwa. Juzi mimi natoa shukrani kwenu. Mimi nilikuwa kule Afrika Kusini. Wakati kule Afrika Kusini ndio yule jamaa akapiga parapanda, yule mtu ambaye ako ndani huko ndani katika ABC akapiga parapanda na katoa ukweli ikiwa kule Afrika Kusini, sio? Hii ni ukweli ambao sisi zote tulikuwa tumejua hapo mbeleni. Maana yake siku ile kuna kitu ambacho inaitwa exit poll. Exit poll ni ile kura vile wale watu ambao wanaangalia, wale wataalamu wanaangalia vile watu wamesimama, vile watu wanapiga kura. Maana yake ukitoka pale unaulizwa mpige nani, mpige nani. Exit poll inaonyesha kwamba sisi tulishinda na kura zaidi ya 56%. Sasa wale ambao wamekataa kuchapisha hiyo exit poll, lakini the exit poll showed that we won by over 56%. Kila exit poll haisemeki uongo. Exit poll maana inaonyesha vile watu wamepiga kura. Sasa kila mtu alijua na kwamba tulishinda, lakini yale ambayo yalifanyika sisi sasa tunajua vile ilikuwa. Vile ilikuwa ya kwamba kulikuwa na mpango ya kurusha kura kulipeleka katika kituo ya kuhesabu. Katika kila kituo cha kupiga kura, polling station, kulikuwa na ile kitu inaitwa Kim's Kit. Sasa ile unakuja, unaweka kidole, unaingia, unapewa kura, unaenda naye kule kwa nini, kwa box pale, unaweka nini, alafu unarudi kuweka kwa masanduku. Kura ikikwisha, hiyo kura zote sasa sanduku zinafunguliwa. Unaanza kuhesabu kura ya urais. Sio? Kwanza wanafanya sorting. Hapo wanaanza kusema nani fulani Raila Ruto. Raila Ruto. Raila Ruto. Kaenda namna hiyo. Ikikwisha hii yote, yeye anajaza ile form inaitwa form 34A. So, jaza hiyo form, yeye mwenyewe anaweka sahihi. Alafu maagents wanaweka sahihi. Weka sahihi, yeye anatangaza hadharani ati kura matokeo ni namna hii. Anaanza juu mpaka chini. Tangaza, hakuna ile kitu inaitwa hiyo Kim's Kit hiyo. Na picha. Alafu na ile button anarusha. Inaenda katika server. Hapo obi. Akishamaliza hiyo 34A anaenda naye katika kituo ya kujumlisha katika constituency tallying center. Pale ni presiding officer kule iko return. Hiyo returning officer anachukua kutoka kila kituo. Ile presiding officer anakuja yeye sasa anajaza hii form 34B. 4B anajaza hii shule hii fulani, stream hii na kadhalika. Tunajaza hiyo yote. Lisa sasa. Hii kozi yote nani amepata nini? Raila amepata ngapi? Ruto amepata ngapi? Wajakoya na kadhalika. Hiyo sasa ni form 34B. Akishafanya hiyo, yeye mwenyewe anapiga muhuri IBC hiyo form. Piga muhuri ile IBC na sahihi ameweka sahihi yake na agent ameweka yao, anatangaza hii constituency fulani mpaka hii na hii na hii. Kisha tangaza hiyo, anapiga hiyo form tena, yeye anarusha, inaenda kule kwa sava. Na tunaelewa vizuri. Sasa ile kitu gani mtaka mwelewe vizuri? Vile ilikuwa servers, sasa tuligundua kulikuwa viziko na servers 4. Ngapi? Moja ilikuwa kule Holland. Kule ndani ya mawingu huko in the clouds. Pili ilikuwa nyingine kule Venezuela. Kule mbaya kuna mtu anaitwa Jose Camargo. Tatu ilikuwa hapa katika Anniversary Towers pale ambayo IBC iko. 4 ilikuwa moja katika industrial area. Alafu katika Bomas of Kenya kulikuwa na kitu kinaitwa the portal pale ambayo sasa ili matokeo ilikuwa naingia. Kati ya hizi servers 4, moja pekee yake ndiyo ilikuwa inatuma matokeo kwa Bomas. Na hiyo ilikuwa ile server ya Venezuela ya yule mtu anaitwa Jose Camargo. Uliona? Alikuwa anapata hiyo matokeo, anabadilisha. Zile za Raila anapatia Ruto. hasa hapa mtukua wakati hapa. Anachukua hizi, anabadilisha, anapatia pande ile. Alafu anarusha, inakuja hapo Bomas of Kenya. Tuliona vizuri. Hii ndio sababu mnaona katika mahakama mawakili yetu walitoa mfano. Yule msichana Soweto, alitoa mfano ambayo ilikuwa na ile sei ya yule Kamago. Simuliona hiyo sei ya Kamago? Alafu akatoa mfano mwingine kuonyesha kwamba kimskit moja, kimskit ilikuwa kila station iko na kimskit moja, kila polling station iko na kimskit moja. Na kila kimskit iko na namba yake. Na namba ya kimskit moja haiwezi kuwa na nyingine, haifanana. Kila moja iko na namba yake. Lakini anaonyesha kwamba kulikuwa na kimskit moja, dakika hii ilikuwa inatoa matokeo kutoka station moja shule kule Mount Elgon. Dakika 8 baadaye inatoa hiyo namba hiyo kule Nyeri. Simuliona? Kwa sababu kwa gani? Maana yake Jose Kamago alikuwa kule Venezuela, ako mali hizo form zote anajaza tu bila anapenda. Umeelewana vizuri? Hiyo game ilifanyika. Hiyo game ilifanyika, walikuwa wanabadilisha matokeo, na hiyo matokeo ndio ilikuwa inakuja kwa Chebukati hapo. Na alikuwa anajua hii maneno ni Chebukati na wale watatu wezi wazake wale wengine. Inaitwa Gulie, inaitwa siji Bobolo. Unajua? Hawa ndio walikuwa wanajua hiyo maneno. Walikuwa wamesukuma wale wengine kando. Wale wanne walikuwa hawajui chochote ambacho kilikuwa kinafanyika hapo. Simuliona sasa? Sasa hata baada ya kufanya haya yote yalikuwa bado hakuna, hawezi kuziba ile mwanya. Ndio naona siku 2 kabla hawajatangaza walifunga ile portal. Sasa ilikuwa hakuna matokeo yanatangazwa. Simuliona? Hapa sasa walikuwa narudi kufanya njama zingine. Lakini ukweli ambao umetoka sasa ni kwamba matokeo yote ya uchaguzi wa rais ilikuwa imetoka tarehe 10. Maana mlipiga kura tarehe 9 ya Septemba ya August. Na tarehe 10 asubuhi kama saa 12 matokeo ilikuwa imetoka. Yani ilikuwa ni siku ya Tuesday, siku ya Wednesday matokeo yote yalikuwa yametoka. Lakini jamaa walikataa kutangaza, maana yake walikuwa wanajua shida. Hizo siku zote mmeweka nyinyi mnangoja, ilikuwa tu kujaribu kubadilisha hiyo matokeo. Ndio kazi walikuwa wanafanya. Sasa zile mbao mmeona yule jamaa ambaye ako ndani na ito whistleblower ametoa. Hiyo sio matokeo ambayo mtu mwingine anaweza kudoubt. Hii matokeo ambayo ametoa, ukienda pale kila form ambayo iko pale, maana yake umetoa forms 245, 245 constituencies. 45 peke yake ndio zililetwa hapo direct, hazikuletwa na hiyo kimskit. Hiyo yote inaonyesha matokeo. Na hiyo yote ambayo imetoka hiyo, ukipiga ukiangalia hii kwanza iko na muhuri ya IBC, ile stamp ya IBC original. Iko sahihi ya returning officer. Iko sahihi ya agents ya Azimio na agents ya UDA. Wameweka sahihi yao. Unaelewa vizuri? Alafu iko barcode ndani, kinet barcode hapo ndani, ambayo ukipiga ukiscan namna hii inaonyesha mahali, location. Pili inaonyesha siku. Tatu inaonyesha ambayo hiyo kitu ilirushwa. Kwa hivyo yale ambayo iko pale inaweza kukanya. Unaona wamekaa kimya. Hiyo ni ukweli mtupu, hiyo matokeo. Tangu itoke mpaka leo Chebukati na wenzake hawajatoka, hajaongea. Yule mbada yetu Marjan Hussein hajaongea, yeye iko pale. Maana ni ukweli mtupu. Imerushwa na mtu ambaye anafanya kazi na IBC ambaye ametoa hiyo kweli. Kwa sababu hakuna mtu ambaye anaweza kukana hiyo. Tuliona kama juzi Ruto anasema kule kwa mazishi ya mama ya Kukuria. Ati Chebukati alifungua saba kitambo. Uliza siku gani? Alifungua saba siku gani? Katika mahakama mliona wakili zetu Mheshimiwa Murgor akishout kusema we have not been given access to the servers. Wale majudges kila mara alikuwa anambia we have not been given access to the servers. Mara mingi zaidi sio wanasema namna hiyo. He had no access to the servers. Alafu hiyo kampuni inaitwa Smartmatic aliandika barua. Na barua hiyo tuko naye. Ya kusema we cannot allow access to the servers because our will infringe on our proprietary rights and affect the results of elections elsewhere. Hii ni kampuni ambaye iliajiriwa na Kenya. Hii kampuni iliajiriwa na Kenya kuleta fanya services hapa kwetu. Sasa kuna dispute ya matokeo. Unaambia fungua hii sanduku sawa tuangalie kitu gani ilipo ndani yake. Wanakataa. Alafu mahakama inaenda kukubaliana na wao. Shame on them. Shame on them. Shame on them. This is not something that has been made up. This is not something that has been made up. Kwa hiyo tunasema tusipo rekebisha haya makosa hakutakuwa na haja ya watu kwenda kwa uchaguzi tena 2027. Maana yake sasa tulikuwa na Chebukati 3 na Cherera wengine 4 pande hii. Sasa wanne wamekataa, wamesema hii ni uongo. Jamaa wanatuambia sisi wale watatu ni wanafanya mkweli. Lakini in a democratic society you always go with the majority. The majority said no. Minority said yes. And then the Kenyans are saying we must accept the views of the minority. Hiyo ni demokrasia. Hiyo ni ukweli. Kwa sababu tumesema we have refused to accept. We must refuse to accept. Maana sio kwa sababu ya Raila. Raila atatoka kesho. Raila atakuwa 2027. Anaweza kuwa hayuko. Lakini kama mkienda tena kwa uchaguzi na sasa itakuwa wao ambao waliiba ndio wanakaa pale, wameweka tena wale waizi wenzao upande ile nyingine. Sasa wameenda wamebadilisha sheria. Ruto mwenyewe anataka sasa kuteua another electoral commission yake yeye mwenyewe. Unafikiri hii Kenya ni ya Ruto? Hii Kenya ni takataka na ito Gachetha. Huh? So this is why Kenyans must be prepared to stand up. Stand up for their rights. Stand up and defend your rights. Because if we don't do that, these people will continue to rule you without your consent permanently. And we want to tell the foreign powers, or serikali za Kenya, wacheni wa Kenya. Wa Kenya watasuluhisha shida hii. And I want to say this without fear of contradiction. Let foreign countries don't interfere in Kenya's internal affairs. Kenyans must be able to come up with the leadership that they want. Kenyans must elect leaders that they want. What we have today are leaders that are imposed on the people of Kenya by a very corrupt electoral commission. And this is totally unacceptable. That's why we are saying no. And we want Kenyans to be peaceful. We will be peaceful. We will be peaceful unless we are provoked. We will be peaceful unless we are provoked. Yule anasema ati yeye ako na suluhisho ya Raila. Mwambie kama uko na suluhisho leta. Tuna wewe. Tuende na wewe. tuko tayari kufanya chochote. This is something that we are prepared to die for as the people of Kenya. Kwa hivyo tunasema Jumapili ni Jumapili. 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 Nataka kuona kama siku hiyo Jumapili kiwanja imejaa. Alafu tutatangaza mpango mwingine. Tunaona vizuri? Tunaona vizuri? Mko tayari? Mko tayari? Tayari? Musilali. Mapambano bado. Wa Kenya msilale.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you for keeping us company even as we proceed with the conversation. I trust you are well wherever you are. Thank you so much for inviting each other and weighing on to the current affairs of this great nation by different players. And so far, Baba has spoken again on matters electoral commission and how they conducted the 2022 elections, the whistleblower, and all that is coming from Kenya Kwanza as a response, in my opinion, is too weak, is too scattered, is too uncoordinated. It looks suspicious. And so they need to sit down and come up with something serious to respond to the whistleblower. And then there is this guy here hiding his name. It means he's a coward. Kuna huyu jamaa translate this name amebadilisha kwa Arabic, tusijue ni nani. He's saying that the original forms, the original forms were signed by agents. The original forms were in hard copy. How are they changed and all that? Please, I have always held it on this particular platform. When you want to refute something, think through so that when you say something, it becomes irrefutable or somebody will be able to challenge it on the grounds. The physical form can be changed, okay? And that is why the law requires that as soon as that form is scanned, it should be sent immediately, so that within that period of time, nobody will be able to change anything. And so, when the electronic results has been sent to the tallying center, okay, then you arrive with a physical form. If the physical form does not agree with the electronic form, it is the electronic form that will carry the day, okay, because you are as you traveled along with this physical form, you may have adjusted the figures, or maybe somebody intercepted you and gave you another form, and that's why the returning officers take ages to arrive at Bomas of Kenya. And so when we look at this entire scenario, you look for something to refute whatever the IEBC whistleblower has produced, not this hot air argument of physical forms. Oh, we cannot have one election that has different results. If it was conducted credibly according to the law, it has to have the same result. We cannot have two different results, two different winners of the same elections, presided over by the same commission, and then you are an outsider. You don't work in IBC. You don't know how IBC conducted the election. Yet you're here defending whatever shame that they brought to this country by failing to conduct election after being given 40 billion Kenya shillings. 40 billion Kenya shillings, and you still conduct a sham election that you cannot stand by and defend. That, in my opinion, it is disappointing, to say the least. All the same, I want us to proceed further as we start out the conversation. Bwana Jackman is here. How are you today, sir? You unmute. The mic is beside your name on the screen. Yeah, unmute that mic beside your name ndio tukusikia, hatuwezi kupata.
Okay,
You
okay,
must unmute.
perfect.
Aha, there you
Okay,
go.
I am very new in the first instant that I've even come to realize that you have a panel of actually where you can sit and discuss all these. I am right now. I'm not in Kenya, right? As I can say, but I'm getting what you are saying from here, from this far where I am right now. Indeed, it actually shows that these elections was not actually conducted in a fair breakground, as I can put it. But then I think the reality is coming actually to we are coming to see the reality right now that the elections was a shame. Even here, actually, we lack what we call. So maybe we don't have someone to tell us more about these issues are actually concerning Kenya. But then it's actually just right now this platform when I opened my TV here. I think you can look over there. It's just came to realize that kumbe mko na platform mzuri hivi. Hii platform ni mzuri, inachenga, inaelimisha. Sasa itakuwa na nyinyi kila siku. Niko hapa ni Amerika tu, lakini tutakuwa na nyinyi, kila wakati. Otherwise, actually, I have just come right now. Sijajua what you are actually discussing all along. Maybe I'll wait and see. Thank you.
Okay, asante sana Jackman, karibu sana. Tunashukuru kwamba umepatikana na tutaendelea kushirikiana pamoja tunapojadiliana masuala ya nchi yetu na jinsi tutakavyorekebisha makosa yetu ili tukamakinike kwa pamoja. Thank you so much. You're most welcome. We've been here. This is a year and something. We must be part and parcel of the change we need in this great country. Sister Rhoda, you were here earlier, ukadropiwa. Vipi lakini leo?
Poa sana. We have a newcomer. Welcome, Jackman. We love you and you are welcome here in our Azimio Ramoja community. Na Aluta, Continua, na Wangira. Yesterday we were there until 4 o'clock. So today I slept long time because I was thinking like this. Because here the dark started very early. Here in Europe, in winter time we usually get dark around 3 o'clock. So what I want to say, I saw some video somewhere in YouTube. I don't know is it propaganda or is truth. This guy called Oscar Sud. Actually, I want to speak with him because this guy, he was attacking former president. They're the one who planned this rally in Kamukoji with his brother Muhoho. And I wonder, how can former president can do such kind of stuff to give Raila Odinga? Raila doesn't have money to have her own rally. You see, these guys, they're using propaganda all the time. It makes me feel heartbreaking, and that's why I come here to say that hawa watu wa Karijini wanakuanga na shida mingi sana na Kenyatta family. I don't know ni nini wanakuanga wanaulizia. I don't know. I'm really sad when I see they're attacking him, and he's doing his work this year. Now they're still using propaganda attacking him. Things have not done. Okay, campaign he was giving the money because he was a president of the state, but now this rally I can coach how much cost? obviously is a free. You know, they're very fake people. I was feel ashamed. You know, sometimes some people feel ashamed as when a grown up like Oscar Sud attacking the former president. Atini amepatia na pesa. Amepatia nani? Si wanakuja, si Raila anakuja kufight. Yani anakuja kufight reality. Na wanajua Raila ni mtu amefight na nyayo, si mtu ati ovyo ovyo atakupatia pesa. Sasa nini Kamukoji na cost, by the way? Itakiwa ni stadium ina cost man if they want to rent. It can cost almost 500,000 shillings. So yani they are putting us down. They're still putting us down, these guys. Sasa mimi nataka kuambia Osasudi, achana na Raila, achana na Uhuru. Uhuru ni wetu, bila mnaongeanga hiyo Karijini accent. Achana na Uhuru wetu. Si mtoto wako, huyu ni mtoto wa Jomo Kenyatta, wachana, leave him alone. Mind your own business. Hiyo parabagana mnatumia, leave him alone. He's not your son, na mwachana na yeye kabisa. Si alipatia huyo, si mlipatiwa nini na free. Mlipatiwa nini free of charge. Mlipatiwa, by the way, President Uhuru is very nice. Akapatiana everything with peaceful. Nini netangwa aje president akampatia na peaceful. Hakuna president anapenda money kama President Uhuru. Angekuwa sasa ningekuwa president, ungekuwa na vile Nairobi could be very environment. Hatungekuwa na hizi vituko tuko nazo. Kwa sababu he was a man of, mkimtukanana alikuwa anafanya vitu. Hata Moses Kuria kimtukanana alikuwa anafanya development. Kilifi amejenga mabarabara. Leo nilikuwa naangalia Mombasa, nilikuwa nasikia wow. Ukiona vile wanaongea hapo nini mdomo, lakini kitu wanafanya na huyo mkarijini wao, they're doing nothing. You're the one people who have been destroying our country from Moi, and now is you. Unafikiri, you think I get happy when I hear that kind of stupidity? I don't get happy mkicheza na sisi, kwa sababu mnakuanga I don't know, is a mental sickness you guys, you have parathoristic, you lie a lot all the time, you're using propaganda lie to put it down. Mmetuputia down our minister, vile amefanya kazi mzuri mpaka Magoha amekufa, kwa sababu Magoha amekufa juu hata ya kuwa stress, kwa sababu kuna kitu alifanya kwa serikali ya kabeleta CBs kuonga na nini, masomo ilikuwa inaendelea vizuri. Kama tukisema kama akuwa na Rick, siku moja ilikuwa very Rick, sasa akuwa na Rick, anaweza goteka kazi amefanya vizuri kuweka nchi yetu perfect good like Europe system. Atakunanga na Rick, anaweza kufa kwa sababu anapenda nchi. Au mamisa wote wa Uhuru Kenyatta walikuwa wanapenda nchi yetu na wametufanya mambo mazuri. Ukiona agriculture, ukiona kama Nyandarua, watu wa agriculture walikuwa wanapata mwea, mchele ilikuwa inafanya, ni vile watu walikuwa wamefungwa macho, hao watu wa huko Mount Kenya. It's, mimi siko Kenya, lakini nasikianga naudhika sana nikiona vile vitu zinaendelea huko, nikiona watu kama hao wanamuattack. Hizo kila kitu mnaona hiyo ni Uhuru amejenga. Kila kitu mmeona ni na mnafu mheshimu, atanapatanga pesa za kufanya Kamukoji. Kwani Kamukoji nafanya how much? It's for free. Even you don't have a common sense ukitumia yote mhuhu. Kwani hana kazi nyingine ya kupatana? Kwani dada ni mjinga? Kwani azimio sisi ndi wajinga hatuweze jipanga? You are putting us down. It's really shame. I feel shame. I feel sad. It's painful to put down. Unafikiri mimi naheshimu Ruto? I will never heshimu Ruto. Mimi hata Ruto akikufa saa hii, I will be party. Mimi naweza enjoy kwa sababu vile ananiudhi, kwa sababu mimi akikufa mimi naweza party. I can enjoy na party. Ni vile ametutesa na natutesea watu wetu, maminista watu wamefanya kazi mzuri na Uhuru wetu ameteseka. You think we don't know? Only stupid doesn't. We see things, we have an eye, we have seen. Mimi si mjinga, naona mtu naongea mdomo. Mimi nashindangu wa Kenya, kwani wajinga waliisha aje? Kwani hatupendi nchi yetu? We don't like our country. Our country cannot be treated like America. How America they treated their former president, like the way Obama have been treated well. They treated well Judge Bush. They did it well. They treated well Clearton. Kwani Kenya, we cannot be like America. You America, the way you are coming in our country, leave our country alone and you breathe in. Why you don't go a country like Iran? Go to Iran. You cannot go Iran because you fear Iran. Why can you go Iraq, Baghdad, Iraq? Because you fear. You cannot go Iraq because you know Iran is a terrorist, their biggest weapon. You cannot go play with that kind of country. That's why you are coming Africa, because we don't have a strong weapon. We can shoot you like Iran. You have to
Thank you,
respect our
Rhoda.
country.
Rhoda, thank you. Don't go there. Thank you for your submission. We appreciate that. And please also watch out on the issue of uh, tribal blanket judgment. Like somebody noted there, Baba alipata kura nzuri tu nyingi kutoka Rift Valley, Nandi 25%, and the other parts. So, and in this struggle, we are in for us as Kenyans. No more tribes. The tribalistic minds of Kinasudi and all that. Hao ni watu ambao unajua sitaki kusema hiyo, wacha tu niachie hapo, lakini let's keep the decorum, let's respect one another and keep the focus. Unajua watu wanataka kudistract us from the main thing. The main thing ni waliiba kura, kiti ni yetu, lazima tupewe kiti yetu. Waseme sisi ni watoto sijui wanane tulifanya nini, those are side shows. We remain focused on the main thing. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. The person we have in office got in office the wrong way. He must vacate office. We get in the rightfully elected the leader for this great country. Kuna huyu anaitwa Okwalo Eric anasema Ruto tena 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 tena. Unajua you are the minority. That's why you are repeating yourself so that you look like, and that's how UDA vote, okay? Instead of one man one vote, unaenda huko unapiga tena 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 tena, and you want those your votes to count. They don't count that way. That's why you are limping right now. You thought you are majority in the country. Now the majority of the country is blue. You have nowhere to hide. Get your yellow suit, ukae nayo tafadhali tuone. Kwanza mwambie rais asivae suit ya blue. Blue ni rangi yetu. Avae suit ya yellow akienda hiyo presidential mikutano tuone vile atakaa. All the same, asante sana. I still urge us to keep inviting each other even as we continue with the conversation. Na kama uja subscribe kwa Sound Candid Talk, please fanya hivyo. Tunatafuta watu wangapi? Tumefika saa hii 688. We are looking for 312 people. 312 people to fike hiyo 1000. A journey of 1,000 miles begin with a single step. So one person at a time, let's make that happen, reaching that requirement of 1,000 subscribers. Then we move on forward. Aluta continua, my own sister. How are you today?
I'm good, Bernard. How is everyone, Rhoda and AP Party?
We're
Hope
great.
you're
We're
doing
great. Thank you.
great. Bernard, the pace, I love the pace. And you know, when these people arrested Gaucho, they set the pace. And so I love the things that are unfolding because they are setting for us the pace, you know. Did you see a hashtag release Gaucho? All that went round within some hours there. He is released. Willis went there and he is out. So we are great, you know. The only thing I love with the arrest is the pace they are setting for Kenyans, because this fight is not about Raila Odinga. That's why you see Sudi can't even mention the name of Raila Odinga because he knows Raila is not in this one. So he can't even mention Raila, just saying my friend, I don't know, engineer wa kuunganisha waya. When did Sudi become an engineer? Anyway, that's by the way. So these people, they know that this thing is not theirs. And you know, Bernard, when you steal something, you know, somehow it becomes a burden to you. So when the owner comes for it, you know, it becomes quite difficult to keep it because the owner knows his or her, whether it's a ship or a gadget or anything, you'll have to know your thing. So when you go for it from the thief, they'll try so much to convince you that this thing is ours, but the truth will always come out. So the truth that came out with the whistleblower, that's why they can't even refute it. No one. They're trying, but they're just beating around the bush because they know it is true. Bernard, how can you refute the truth? They can't. So the truth will always be the truth. We're here as Azimio. Aluta continua. The war still continues, and we are moving on. And Baba's presidency is what we'll have to experience before 2027. And we are ready for that. I saw the way Nuru Okanga spoke when I was overwhelmed. He spoke even more than the MPs, more than the senators. He spoke, Bernard, like a real leader. Even if he says he's a class 3 dropout, but he speaks very well, fluently. Leaders, such kind of leaders are the ones that we need. But as I saw again, he said that he's just been lying, telling people that he's a class 3, but he's not. And we don't care whether he's a class 3 or whatever he is a leader. He speaks well, even more than the people that were elected there who are Tumbocrats. He even told them, Baba came and campaigned for you. He sold his ideas for you. And now that you've gotten there, you've enlarged your stomach, you'll see. We are there with you. And so, Bernard, this thing we'll have to get it no matter what. And so these people should not think that if we are quiet, we don't know that they took our thing. Our goat must come back, and Baba's presidency must be realized before 2027. They will have to know that stealing in Kenya is prohibited. Our votes must count. And Bernard, this time around, they are going to learn it the hard way. All the server, the Kamago server that they use, because Baba said there were 4, but only 1 transmitted. The Kamago one that he used. I think this Kamago guy, they shouldn't have let him go. He should have been jailed here in Kenya to serve as an example to these foreign countries so that they don't meddle with our affairs. And the other time, Bernard, I said here that these people don't need to tell us what to do after creating for us, putting us in the mess that they put us into. Since they had already put us into the mess, they should let us clear the mess that they created for us, not us. We didn't create the mess, but we can clear for them. So they should not tell us what to do. And I'm glad that Baba also said it very clearly today, that they should leave Kenya alone. They should let Kenyans have the leaders that they want. And Bernard, this is the Baba that we've long waited for. And so fellow Kenyans, it doesn't matter which tribe you're from. It doesn't matter which party you belong to, because I believe that when the fees are up high, it's for us all, because we are all Kenyans. So let's come together, get the rightful people who deserves to be there, the rightful leaders in there, so that we can all enjoy Kenya. Thank you, Bernard.
Okay, asante sana. Aluta continue. We appreciate that. Na audio yako imeokoka wakati unamalizia. Next time watch it closely. Unajua Alex leo hayuko, so but it's okay. We got your point. Thank you so much. Tuendelee mbele.
I know Alex angenimaliza leo.
Leo sijui ingekuaje. All the same, asante sana, asante kwa wote ambao mnaendelea kujumuika nasi katika Mutembei TV Open Forum Political Discussion Show. Tunakuomba tu hakikisha utazami kipindi peke yako, unakaribisha kirende yote, tukamakinike tunapochambua siasa zetu na tunapoelewa kwamba ni wajibu wa kila Mkenya kusimamia haki ya Kenya ili kila Mkenya apate kilicho chake na kusikuwe na yeyote ambaye atahujumiwa kwa sababu ya wachache ambao ni waovu na wanapenda kuendeleza uovu wao. Kwa hivyo tafadhali hakikisha kwamba unakaribisha mtu, na kama huja subscribe kwa Sound Candid Talk, hiyo ndio campaign tunasukuma saa hii. Tafadhali hakikisha una subscribe. We are looking for 312 subscribers so that we get to the required 1,000 subscribers wherever set target. You can be an extension of helping somebody to subscribe. Talk to your guys in outside even Mutembei TV so that they can subscribe. Any person who enjoys political discussion, he will enjoy the channel. So just extend that link to them and request them to subscribe. You can also take the link and share it in your WhatsApp groups and just make a request for somebody to subscribe that we may get to that target in good time. Well, I still want to appreciate everybody, especially the UDA guys. I would love to debate you if only you want to reason and you are willing to look through whatever that is at hand right now. Kuna mtu amesema everything will be okay if everybody accept any results. Now, that is one of the most, let me not use that word, but unthinkable statement I've ever read since I came to this particular program, that we should accept any results so that everything is okay. I don't know if you went to hospital for treatment and they took your blood sample, they went to the laboratory, and then they brought you any results. Will you get treated for your sickness? I mean, how in the world do you even reason like that? That everybody should accept any results? No, every result must be subjected to test. We must be sure that that is exactly yours. There is a book I've written called Embracing Excellence. And there is an article that we captured in the book called If 99.9% is Good Enough. If 99.9% is good enough, then one of the things that will happen is that I'll get for you the article so that I read it verbally. I promise you I'll get that part of the article and read it for you. If 99.9% is good enough, we can't accept any results. We must accept the right results. And if what we are being given by IBC suspicious, we must scrutinize it, because wrong leaders who get in office the wrong way are the ones who perpetuate the running down of the country. And there is no way the country can be run down and Kenyans' lives be rising up. It takes no miracle for that for any person to think otherwise. So tuache mchezo wa kufikiria kwamba any result is good. It doesn't work that way. Hata wewe ukifanya mtihani, wewe unataka kupokea majibu ya mtihani wako, sio any result that anybody has taught and given to you. When we lose standards, then there is nothing left for us. That's why we have Kenya Bureau of Standards, that there is a specific standard of products that should be sold within the country and should be useful within the country. You're going to say any results. Any results from where? Come on. Let's have some respect. Let's dignify ourselves. I mean, respect ourselves as a people. Not to suspend our thinking and begin to follow as sycophants who have unscrewed their heads and are following with their body only. It is time Kenyans began to think critically and demand what is right. Jebukati and team are a huge disappointment to this country. You cannot use a budget of 40 billion Kenya shillings and still give us a flimsy elections that ends up in the Supreme Court every time. That should not be forgiven. So Kenyans, let's wake up, get angry enough, do what is required. Asante, sitaki chemka sana, lakini naomba tuendelee hivyo hivyo kuhakikisha kwamba ukweli wa mambo unasimama, na wewe ndio mmoja wale ambao watasimama kutetea haki ya kila Mkenya. Na hii sio swala la Raila Odinga. Mtu yeyote anaweza kuwa, hata kuna kura za Wajakoya zilichukuliwa zikawekwa kwa Ruto. Kuna kura za ile Reverend zilichukuliwa zikawekwa kwa Ruto. Hiyo yote ni kuhujumu kusudi la uchaguzi. You are trying to defeat justice. If you subject yourself to an election, allow the election process to go uninterfered so that whatever we have on the other end is exactly what we determined. You don't get into the server and begin to adjust things so that they suit you. It's wrong. It's evil. It's not different from stealing an exam. It's not different from perverting whatever the process of making medicine. Okay, wewe dawa inatengeneza kuhudumia wagonjwa, au unaingia hapo unaongeza sumu ndani ya hiyo dawa ili wagonjwa wakimeza wafe. You are worse than a murderer. I mean, what's wrong with you? Giving us bad leadership is the surest way of making this country not to take off, and we cannot take that lightly. So let's move on forward. APSG himself, how are you? AP Party SG, upo haupo?
How are you? How are you? Najua lazima
I'm good.
nijitayarishe
Good to see you. Karibu sana.
nipanguze mdomo so that people can hear me in all the corners of the world. Unajua sisi ni international forum. We are an international parliament and you are the speaker. And
Yes,
Rhoda
we are the
is a
global
member of
parliament.
it's a global
Global
parliament.
parliament.
And you know Rhoda is also a member of parliament representing the international community who has very much interest in Kenya politics. Unajua uzuri wa hii channel ni kwamba ina update Wakenya wakiwa South Africa, wakiwa Russia, wakiwa USA, UK. We make sure that they know what is happening here. And we make sure that they participate in what is happening in Kenya. Because eventually, you will still have to come back home. It doesn't matter how. But mwishowe utakuja nyumbani. Lakini swali ni unakuja nyumbani inakaa aje? How do you want to go home? Do you want to get an airport where cows are grazing in the middle of the airport? Do you want to get to a point whereby a country where you cannot even come with another phone or two because of security? Those are the pertinent issues we discuss here. Yes, we find ourselves in a situation where everybody and majority of Kenya did not expect. Because surely speaking, in my dreams and in my life, I never thought I would be led by gangsters. I never thought that one day that the corrupt will walk free, that people who are evading tax will be freed. I never thought. I thought maybe that is a story of an upcoming country. But this is a reality in Kenya today. In fact, when you look at the news, you will not go long without finding an article that is either supporting corruption or sanitizing corruption. And then you find the symptoms of corruption. Because as we speak, we see the escalation of a cost of living. As we right now, they have given a proposal by March to increase the electricity tariffs. And you see, that is another problem, because anytime you encourage corruption, because corruption is the elephant in the room. There's no way a country can succeed with corruption. I know the Mr. Ruto had promised that you can succeed even when you are with corruption around you, because he was supporting corruption. But you cannot succeed. Corruption takes off the engine of prosperity, and that is what is happening in Kenya today. That's why you see that parliamentarians are crying foul because they are not been given CDF, as much as illegal as it is. As we continue like this, you'll find that counties will start complaining, and you'll find so many people now planning to strike, because as we speak right now, at our Patia MPs, they will create another hole somewhere, because we are almost getting to what we call a cash crunch as a country, where the country is living on what we call hand to mouth. Did you know, Bernard, today almost 65% of the workforce are working poor? There are people who work directly to the mouth or to paying bills. In other words, let me put it this way: we are having a country that is supported by Fuliza. We cannot do without borrowing there, talking with because you understand that schools have opened today, and I can tell you what was happening today, and me included. It is negotiation on how you're going to pay your school fees, because people are unable to pay the school fees. You remember there was a time that the government could come in, and in that note, I also want to remember that what Makoha was doing. Makoha might have even had this attack because of a pain he saw the children going through. This is a man who has gone to so many schools in Kenya. In fact, Makoha went even to slums to make sure that he mobilizes the kids to go to school. And then you find all of a sudden a government coming to power, they don't have any iota of feeling the kids of Kenya. Many, I have just seen news today, a lady who scored the top lady in Tana River, grazing cows and goats, because she cannot go to a school nearer to her place and she has no money. These are things that can make even me have an heart attack. Yeah, even anybody who loves Kenya, because I think Makoha saw what was happening and he was shocked. Bernard, among the 1,114 A's that people got last the KCSE, 900 of the A's were from Kisii. I don't say Kisiis are not bright. I don't want you to get me wrong, Kenyans. I just want to say it goes against the law of nature, the law of things the way they happen. Yeah, Mashogu might have delivered the biggest leakage that has ever been delivered in this country. And these are things that can make anybody have a heart attack. And maybe because immediately he announced those A's, I think that is where Makoha had a heart attack. He couldn't believe it. Because we have overemphasized the A's to a point that if you don't get any A, you are a stupid kid. And that is what Makoha was telling people. You are not a stupid kid. The professionals we have in football, the Wanyamas and the Origis, they have not even go past high school. But their doctors are PhD holders. Ni watu ambao wamesoma hiyo medicine, wamefanya A throughout. Because the fate of a human being is in the hands of God. You don't have to steal and cheat in exams to succeed in life. In fact, the most successful people in the world are not the most educated. And it is normal. Bill Gates, they never went to any university. They might have gone Badai. Richard Branson did not even finish high school. Now they are the most successful people. So this issue, unakuta ati A's nusu zimetoka region moja, hiyo ni uongo and it's a lie, and we have to speak about it. Alex can hate me for this, but I have to tell him the truth. That school that has 400 A's is a lie. Hiyo ni uongo na ni wizi na ni vibaya na unaharibia hawa watu maisha. because wataenda ndio university, wengine wachukue engineering na wengine wachukue medicine. How sure are you they are going to end up with those courses? Because we are created differently. So when you see the kind of things happening in this country today, you even feel like fleeing to the country, out of the country, because it is absolutely mismanagement. The other day you asked a question, what is one thing that Ruto has done that we can remember that has changed the lives of people? And I will answer, he has done so many things, but they cannot change the people's life. Because Ruto has grabbed land, and that is known, it's a fact. If not so, we know that possession away, the one connects the state house and the town, that one was grabbed by him. So we know he has done that. We also know that he has been in many other scandals. And this is the reason why we are always complaining, saying, you cannot plant mangoes and expect to harvest oranges. If you plant corruption, the only end result is corruption. And that is where the problem of this country is. We are waiting for Baba on Sunday, and we want direction on how we can reclaim our victory back. The 8.1 people are waiting. Akisema hep hep, vijana oe, tutahama oe. And I'm proposing to Raila Odinga, before he retires from politics, he makes sure that there will be no theft in this country, fraud of theft of votes again. Hakutakuwa na wizi ya kura tena. This is the last bullet, and he has nothing to lose anyway. Let him call upon us. Let him call a 1 million march to State House for the first time in Africa, so that we can reclaim our victory. And if it is not going to happen, if Raila is not going to be the president, then Ruto also should not be the president. Na tusiogope, kwa sababu kama ni ukweli, na ni ukweli, Wisobura ametuambia Ruto aliiba 2 million votes. Mimi nilikuwa namuita president. Sasa hizi kuita namuita Ruto Mr. Bwana. Hata daktari naona pia inaweza kuwa ilikuwa imepikwa tu, eh? So daktari Ruto anatakiwa kungolewa hapo in one way or another. Na kama hataweza, kama si Raila atakuwa president, basi tuwe na caretaker government. Mimi na propose after 1 million march to State House, then we elect regional elders ambao wata commit kwa cabinet, na wachague mkiongozi amongst them. It doesn't matter which tribe, but we need a country on the right track, because as we speak right now, we cannot live in this country. It is either we reset the country on what we call factory settings, so that we can have a country that is making sense. Bernard, you and I are in Nairobi, are in Kenya. You know how much it costs to get out of your house. The moment you open your door, umeanza kuwa charged. Umeanza kuitishwa fare, umeanza kuitishwa airtime, umeanza kuitishwa parking, na hujalipa lunch. Na ukilipa lunch pia unalipa choo. You know, country kama hii ni nchi gani unalipa mpaka you eat but still also pay for going to haja? When you see a country, people paying for services that are natural, like going to relieve yourself, Bernard, then that's a failed state. Kwa sababu when your balls are full, surely they are full, and you have to decide. Sasa unaingia town, unaambiwa hapa ni mbao, hapa ni 30 bob. Ukitaka tissue ni unaongeza 10 bob. What kind of a country is this? This is a failed state, and we are laughing, showing a lot of teeth rather than solutions, and too much thanksgiving. Mimi nikifika hiyo Nikishika shilingi 10 hiyo nasikia ati nimekula na pesa. Tena naenda kujisaidia na pesa Bernard. Hii ni nchi gani hii? Ukijaribu kwenda kujisaidia kwa majani unashikwa na sakaja. Hiyo tena ni pesa ingine. So tuko kwa ile problem ambayo tunashindwa, hii ni nchi inaendelea ama inaanguka. Kwa hivyo najua nitarudi baadaye. Kwa hao machache nataka kusema hivi. Baba organize 1 million march to State House. Wale watauma risasi waume. Wale wabaki maisha mzuri. Watasema watu 100,000 walikufa na risasi, na lakini watu milioni 40 wakaishi maisha mzuri. We cannot be led by Pablo Escobars. Naona ndio wanapanda madege siku hizi, wash wanapanda ndege ya jeshi mpaka wanapigwa salute. It's amazing, it's abnormal. We might have sins, but we have never reached in such a level with Bernard. Na unajua tunaongea hizi vitu watu wanafikiri ni kuchukia, tunachukia kwa Kalenjin. Wa Kalenjin, there are very many people who are bitter. Kama Ruto Arab Kirwa anaongea hii kitu kila siku. Anasema ni nchi gani hii? Watu wanasamehewa dhambi za corruption. There are many people from the Rift Valley that are feeling ashamed of this government. It's only that they cannot talk, because they talk. They feel they can be what we call attacked or something. But it is true. There is no problem with the Kalenjin nation, but there's a problem with their Kalenjin leader. He seems to be comfortable with evil, with corruption. He seems to be comfortable when things are going haywire, bribing leaders from all the region to support him. He is so much interested to get support from all the leaders except Raila Odinga. In fact, he wants to make sure that Raila Odinga is isolated. But the good thing is that Raila Odinga is with the masses. And we are telling Raila, thank you for not stealing elections. You'll go down in history as a person who will be remembered for the rest of it. We will never remember Ruto, because what will we remember Ruto for? For constitution? For devolution? For good governance? We can only remember Ruto for a road that he had stolen, for Weston Hotel, for numerous children all over the country. Those are the things we can remember him for. But any constitutional amendment, nothing. Any help to anybody to go to abroad to school, nothing. Me sijui anything. I need also somebody to tell me any orphan alisaidia akaenda akafanya university kama smart yule alisaidiwa na Raila ama just one. Kwa sababu tunaongeanga hizi vitu watu wanaona kama ni ujinga. We want them to come in this forum and tell us, by the way, isipokuwa ni Ruto, huyo jamaa hangekuwa MP. Huyo jamaa angeenda United States. But there is nothing to show about this leader. The good thing about him, he knows how to speak, and he is very good in lies. Sasa wamesema wataongeza stima. Hii kitu, hii serikali, na siko ubaya, watu wengi wameikasirikia sana. Tunataka trigger point, na mtajua hiyo kitu ni ukweli. Wanajua wako comfortable kwa sababu wanasema Moi alitawala mpaka akamaliza, Kibaki alitawala mpaka akamaliza, Uhuru alitawala mpaka akamaliza. This will be a surprise to many. There will be an African spring, and Kenya will never be the same again. And I'll go on record of having said the way this government is going is not the right way. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, SG. We appreciate that, and good observation. Let every Kenyan be informed and well equipped in understanding what is transpiring and how rightfully do we respond to the same. There is Thomas Marende talking about laws are 800,000. I don't know where you're using your statistics. Secondly, and the million march. We've been in this country, those of you who've been around for a while, when the Nairobi City Council, before it was City County, had a problem with what they call ghost workers. And whenever the number of ghost workers is too much, the mayor or the person in charge of the city county, wherever the city council, will summon all the workers at the stadium. They do something called head count, okay, to be sure these people they are paying salary, do they exist or don't exist. So everybody unabeba stakabadhi zako, una line up kama ni city stadium, unahesabiwa head count for the city council to be sure of who is their worker and who is the ghost worker. Now that when we vote, our votes become ghost votes, votes. We must ascertain who is who where. Okay? So if Raila Odinga was voted for by 8.1 million people, one of these fine days will need to stand up as 8.1 million people and let us do head count. Badala ya kusumbuana na hii story ya Tisava ilifanya hii mara Opoto mara hard copy of from 34A from 34B from 34C was not generated from the computer, it was handwritten. The certificate was this and this. Let's do head count. Wakati umefika, kama wewe uko kwa mrengo wa kuongoza na baba, usimame nyuma ya baba. Wale wako na mrengo wa kuongozwa na Ruto wasimame nyuma ya Ruto. Mwenye line mrefu kama ile ilikuwa ya Nyayo, basi huyo ndio rais. Hii maneno mengine ya kusumbuana tuachane naye. David Odindo, your configuration is wrong. That's why we can't add you to the screen. All you need to do is restart. If you're using your phone, if you can get me, please. If you're using your phone, restart your phone. Switch it off completely. Give it like 2-3 minutes for it to switch from the system. And then thereafter you restart. And then when you click on the link to get into the studio, don't direct StreamYard. Allow StreamYard to configure for you the system on how to get into the studio. Every time you deny it one access, you corrupt it, and that makes it impossible for you to be part of the screen. So if you want to make your submission, please rekebisha hiyo, ndio utaweza kuingia studio na uweze kuchangia. Asante kwa wote ambao mnajumuika nasi mahala popote mlipo. Tafadhali hakikisha kwamba unakaribisha mmoja, wawili, watatu, wanne, watano, ili wakatazame kipindi pamoja na wakahusike. And if you have not subscribed to Sound Candid Talk, please make sure you do so. We want to get to that 1,000 subscribers as soon as yesterday. So let's move with speed as we do the right thing. I have Pluto Aristotle. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah,
Karib, you are taking us to the ancient Greek.
Absolutely, man.
Na unajua makaratasi yetu ya election, it was printed in Greece. So are you a witness?
Yeah, that's what nasikia, man. And it's amazing what's going on. Unaona, hao watu walikuwa nadhani that wakikataa kutoa hiyo wakikataa kufungua server they will drown everything and people will just move on and forget. Actually, what I would have loved to happen is that IBC whistleblower, he should have downloaded that entire server. I don't know if that's possible, but I think it's possible, into a different hard drive, and so that they can also have their own, like if people are like, hey, let's open it and see it again, because probably saizi wale watu walienda waka corrupt your server ama they destroyed it or whatever, thinking that people will not have access to it again after revelation imefanyika. Hopefully they did that, what I'm thinking they should have done. But at the end of the day, the sovereignty of the people, the sovereignty of the country belongs to the people. So it does not matter ati mahakama iliamua hivi ama ikaamua vile, the way they're trying to pretend that now there's nothing that can be done. At the end of the day, wananchi wa Kenya ndio the sovereigns of that country. Even if the constitution ikisema ni Ruto anafaa kuwa president na mahakama ikasema hivyo, if one day watu wakiamua sisi tumechoka na huyu mtu hatumtaki anymore, we don't even have to wait for an election. Sasa hiyo kitu Raila anafanya I hope agitate watu and watu wa gather in their millions waende watimue hao wakora from office. Yeah, because that's the only way out. Hii mambo ya watu kusema ati mahakama iliamua hivi, mahakama can be corrupted, of which based on the verdict that they produced and the way they rushed everything, it just shows that they too are corrupted. Kina Chebukati in this tribunal that's going on right now, they can't seem to be able to answer a lot of things that they're being asked. So naona kina Raila, they should just go ahead with those maandamano. They should not relent until those criminals are out of office. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for that, and let's keep the push. The people must make up their mind on what kind of country they want and what kind of leadership they should. Nobody should be left alone when they are corrupting the system that makes for us leaders. Don't subject yourself to electoral system if you don't want to let the electoral system determine your win or your loss. Corrupting Chebukati and corrupting the IEBC is higher crime, and any person who did that needs also to be held responsible. Kuna hawa Thomas Marende and all that. Niliwaambia mkikuja hapo mnakuja na point. Kama huna point utachoka tu. Chebukati is a hero for what? Kukuwa na kipara. Is that also something we consider in terms of being a hero or not? Look at the way he appears. Even an embarrassment. Chebukati is an embarrassment to eldership. Is an embarrassment to management. Is an embarrassment to excellent performance. And it is not me. Okay, I have not worked with Chebukati, but I'm sure if I worked in that IBC office, tutakorofishana, because I don't appreciate mediocrity and people who don't want to do what they are required to do because they are waiting to be told what to do. So all the commissioners that worked with Chebukati, from Akombe, okay, to all the ones that resigned, said Chebukati is incompetent. They say Chebukati cannot provide leadership. Okay, so we are not the ones. That's I keep rephrasing. We don't live in water. It is the people who came from the water that told us it is Mama Crocodile that is sick. And since we don't live in water, when the alligator come from the water and tell us Mama Crocodile is sick, we believe him. So everybody from IBC says Chebukati is incompetent. Chebukati cannot provide, is ineffective. Chebukati cannot provide leadership. That is why everything placed in the hand of Chebukati collapses. How can you leave Bomas? You go and come back with the results, and then you now cook up a story that somebody wanted to abduct you. Who doesn't know where Chebukati lives from the DCI? I mean, when you fill your IBC commissioner, whatever forms, you are supposed to indicate your house number. So getting you is very simple. If there was anybody who wanted to kill Chebukati, then there are those who provided him protection so that he can announce them as president. And in the long run, sasa maji imezidi unga. Mzee Gumo ndo alisema maji ikizidi unga unatengeneza uji. So inaonekana serikali ya Kenya Kwanza imekuwa uji na tutaiteremsha, lazima iteremshwe. So wananchi tusimame imara, tusimamie ukweli, na sio kwa sisi, it's for our children and our children's children. It is risky to leave the future of this country in the hands of this kind of whatever substandard decision makers. We can't take that anymore. We must streamline and straighten up the standards for the leadership of this country so that our children can aim high. I read a post by Mtaingunyi that really was heartbreaking. He said something. He said Professor Magoha did not die of heart attack. He actually died of heartbreak. And I tend to agree with him. Professor Magoha worked so hard in getting rid of those abnormal A's. I think when the results came out, and they had those abnormal A's, he just gave up because this is too much. Couldn't take it. And this is something that we shouldn't take lightly. Any person who steals exam, he destroys the next generation. He destroys the next generation because the doctors that will graduate will not be qualified. The nurses that will graduate will not be qualified because they used wrong papers. When they are incompetent, ineffective, disqualified, and then you put sick people in their hands, what are you doing? For them to pronounce them dead, isn't it? And then somebody still has the courage to stand before the camera and say, I have nothing to regret. I did what was my job to do. No. Let's rise up as Kenyans and redeem this country once and for all. And so, Jacaranda, kaa macho. Okay, tukitoka Jacaranda, next move, we must get rid of bad leaders so that this country can move forward. Asante sana. So Bwana Marende na timu yako, poleni sana. Hata hapa mko minority. That is it. Anywhere we carry out a poll, okay? Who is for Baba? Who is for Ruto? On the market, Ruto loses. On TV, Ruto loses. The only place he wins is when his 36 bloggers with their multiplied accounts vote for him on Twitter. That's the only place he wins. And because he's one person voting many times. But really campaigns and really votes, he lose everywhere. But he still wants to be a winner. God help us. Okay, let's listen to Nani. David, umefika vipi? Unmute, the mic is beside your name on the screen.
Poleni sana. Mnanisikia sasa?
Sawa, uko sawa. Karibu tunakupata.
Asanteni sana kwa hii opportunity. I've been trying to be a part of the show since way back tukiwa na siasa ikiwa ilikuwa moto kabisa. That was somewhere June, July last year. That's when nilikuja kujua about Mutembei TV. But so far nimekuwa nikifuatilia. Apparently after the elections kuona mambo ya bottom up nikaona huko itakuwa ngumu, nikatoka kidogo. Sasa we are somewhere else, so I'm just streaming. Nimeweza kuingia kuanzia jana, lakini leo ndio nimeweza access because I was using the laptop lakini the settings were not okay, so I'm on my phone now. So thanks a lot So ningetaka kuchangia one or two things kwa sababu the way things are going at home it really hurts when you come to maybe these places and all these waheshimiwa they come to benchmark hizi mahali and then wanakuja wanakuambia bottom up. It really hurts wewe kama Mkenya ukiona mheshimiwa ametoka Kenya, he's been to Europe, all these places. Bottom up iko wapi hapa, in exist wapi? We don't even have matatus, buses around the city center. The other day our DP Gachagua was claiming that Wakikuyu wataharibiwa biashara matatu zikitoka town. Matatu ikitolewa town iende pale railways, does that mean that somebody will walk home? No, he won't walk home. He still need that matatu to go to where he was going before. So our leaders wetu, I think there's something very wrong with them but kwa mtu tu yoyote ambaye atatuona kama sisi ambao wenye tumepiga kura ndio tuna makosa, kwa sababu there was this other gentleman speaking right now, Secretary General for AP I guess. Watu kama hao ndio tunafaa tuwanyoroshe viboko thoroughly, kwa sababu it's just not past 5 months since elections then you are coming crying right now that vitu ziko mbaya. What do you want us to do? Yet you are supporting these people. If mtu kama wewe ungekuwa na uwe mass watu wenzako ambao wako katika hiyo chama kwamba this is wrong leadership, as per now tuanze tu kuiangalia, hii ni mbaya, because sisi ambao tulikuwa na support the other side, we knew this way before. Tulikuwa tunajua hawa watu wakipatiwa nafasi then the whole country will crumble. As you are seeing, this is a process stima itapanda right now, taxes unalipia stima for token ya 1,000, you're getting services za shilingi 300. Yeah, what is that surely? Second thing ni the way services ina deteriorate, tunafikia mahali ambayo I don't think the common mwananchi will be able to survive, because now tunaishi hand to mouth, hawajaanza kutax M-Pesa. That means ukitumiwa hata pesa na boss wako, that money will be deducted kwako, KRA watadeduct on your side, si kwa boss yako. So we are losing it, and going forward, I don't know, we need much more than prayers ambazo nimeona ndio zimekuwa the order of the day. Badala ya ku deal na real issues, tunajaribu kuwekelea maombi. Si mbaya kuomba ndio, lakini there must be solutions. Lakini hii solutions sio nikipatikana na hii serikali ya sasa, si kwa ubaya, lakini ni kwa uzuri tu, ile kwamba the current leadership breed is the worst ever this country has ever seen, and watu tu wakaze kamba ya viatu, kwa sababu it's getting worse. Hata sioni kama kuna uzuri yote inakuja. The current cash crash ambayo iko hapa sasa, ukiangalia exchange rates za shilling against the euro, pesa inaendelea ikipanda kila siku, so meaning that kwamba ukiwa na pesa ukitaka kutuma nyumbani, shilingi inaenda chini daily. Last week it was something to do with 120 kitu, jana ilikuwa 130 kitu, December it was 116, so 126. So each and every day una imagine kama pesa inapunguza value na 1 to 2 3 shillings, inakuwa very serious. I'm not an economist, but thinking of the bigger perspective, nadhania kuna kitu ambayo iko very wrong, na we should put these people into check. I'm supporting Baba sana mambo ya Sunday, at least apatie watu mwelekeo, kwa sababu pia akisema tu kwamba we boycott these products na nini, I don't think it's working. I need akuwe na mambo serious, ambaye ataelekeza Wakenya waseme hivi na hivi ndio ambavyo vitakuwa. If we continue giving these people chances to go on with this mess they are creating, sisi ndio tutakuwa ku blame. There won't be any future for the younger generation. All these people that were appointed CSS, Moses Kuria is all over. He's Minister of Trade anaongea uniform. He's Minister of Trade anaongea mambo ya mahindi. He's Minister of Trade anaongea hizo zote, lakini trade agusi. I don't know how these people are even appointed to those positions that they are heading. Tuko na Machogu amekuwa the worst ever within 3 days, yani within 3 months, this country has gone to the dogs for the next 50 years, kwa sababu the current breed, hawa majamaa wataenda kufanya medicine, hapo ndio utasia mtu amedungwa shindano mbaya akapotea. So hii shida yenye imetokea na hii exam leakage, watu lazima wajue it affect the country for the next 20 to 30 years, kwa sababu kama mtu anasomea udaktari, mpatie miaka pengine 20 ya kufanya kazi, 20 ingine ya kuwa na hospitali yake private, na uniambie huo ni mtu ambaye aliiba mtihani. So yeah, we are not really doing good, but we just pray for the best. So anyway, kwa hayo machache ningependa kusema asante sana na nashukuru, labda tupatie wengine pia nafasi waweze kuchangia.
So, thank you, Brother David. We appreciate that, and we look forward to engaging further. And then we are glad for you joining our big family. There are WhatsApp groups that if you deem necessary, you can join. We have the sons and the daughters of Raila Odinga. We have Mutembei TV debate WhatsApp group. We have friends of Raila Odinga WhatsApp group. Any of those. So for you to join, you drop your WhatsApp number on this private chat. The private chat is accessible by only the people on the screen. So you drop your number there, tutakuongeza kwa hizo groups, na hapo ndio tuna engage sana hata kabla tukuje huku. But it is our civic duty to see to it that we do what is right for the country. It is part and parcel of why God created us and placed us in this country, and gave us that understanding at the time like this. This is not the time to play games. If somebody wants to corrupt the river at the source, that is a worst person ever. A person who wants to poison the well that feeds the whole village, he is a killer who wants to eliminate the whole country. Chebukati was given the responsibility to be a gatekeeper, to be the sieve that sieves for us bad leaders from good leaders through the election process. Instead of him taking that work serious and ensuring that the electoral system actually gives us right leaders, he decided to collude with bad leaders. And instead of him using the sieve, he put the sieve the other side so that everything came and passed. And then thereafter, he holds the sieve and says, this is what has come out. We will not take that. Let us stand and be counted at this point in time. Fatan, thank you so much. 697. We have reached 697 subscribers on Sound Candid Talk. Please, let's keep going. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers to get that channel to stand on its own and be able to do what is required to do. There is one thing about Kenya Kwanza. You talked about the taxing. Kenya Kwanza is only mindful of how to get the money, but not how to make the money. And that is the surest way of destroying anyone. I have issues with my daughters here. When they say they want this, they want this, they want this, they say before we go there, okay, you must begin to understand that money is made first before it is spent. It is not just spent. So don't enjoy the spending if you don't enjoy the making. Now, Kenya Kwanza seems not to have any idea on how to make money except on how to collect money. And that doesn't work. Yeah? M-Pesa transfer is not an income generating project. It is not. Except those people who are doing M-Pesa agent. Hao ndio wako na biashara. Okay? If those ones are the ones he's targeting to tax, then it's okay. But somebody sending M-Pesa to me, you are taxing me for what? For money passing through my number or what? Yani hiyo si unyang'anyi. No, kama serikali inaanza kunyang'anya watu mali yao, sasa wapiga ngeta na then wapiga ngeta wako na haki. Mtu akiweka kibeti vibaya achukule hela sichukuliwe. Kenya Kwanza is a government that doesn't know what it's doing and is led by somebody who doesn't seem to know what his responsibility is, and that is why we need to get rid of them. They are messing up this country. When Kibaki took over government in 2002, the economy was at -3. Negative. Tulikuwa tumepita zero, tumeshuka mpaka negative. He never said anything about he got nothing in the coffers. He focused on one thing. We want a working nation. He banned Harambes. He said no more handouts, no more fundraising. Let everybody go and work. And what happened? He increased the number of workers. When the many Kenyans began to work, more taxes came in, free primary education took off, and everything took off. That is how our government works. William Ruto gets in office, and the first thing he does is get rid of all subsidies, get rid of all support to everyone, including support to the elderly. And then you tell me we are headed in the right direction. We are not headed in the right direction. These people are out to grind this country to a halt. They must not be allowed. And then kukata kulipa tax is part and parcel of the struggle, because kama hawapati pesa basi watajilipa nini? Na walikuja kukula. It's their turn to eat. We deny them what they eat, they will soon forget office. And so let's keep into the same. Asante sana. So the link to use to subscribe kwa Sound Candid Talk ndio hiyo naweka kwa nini. Hii ni ya kujoin wale wanataka. Kuna mtu anauliza amefika. How to get into the studio. You use that link, imeandikwa StreamYard. You click on it, allow StreamYard to configure for you the camera as well as the audio. Na utaingia hapa uchangie maswala yetu. And then, of course, we are looking for subscribers for Sound Candid Talk, the other younger channel. We want it to be able to stand on its help us. If you know people in your circle, in your WhatsApp group, your friends who enjoy political discussions, please Say, help them subscribe, share that link. To may cross, thank you. To may cross now, we are at 700. Now we are looking only for 300 people, and we are done. The viewers are 417. Those are the ones captured by the system. I'm sure there are more who are watching on big screen. So we have more people viewing that the system cannot capture. But all in all, naomba tusonge mbele. Kelly, umefika karibu. Namna gani?
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can get you. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm Kelly, and this evening I'm privileged that we are having such a candid talk here. As for me, I've been following politics of this country to the latter, and I feel like as a country where we are headed to, we are going to be in a situation whereby there won't be need for a Kenyan to wake up in the morning and go vote, because for a fact, believe me you that come 2027, whether you vote or not, if Ruto is still the president, then there's no need for Kenyans voting. And as for me, this is what I can suggest, that Kenyans should wake up and make good use of Baba while he's still alive. He's the only person who can save this country. And I'll urge Baba not to leave anything pending, because as you can look at the state of the country, if this is happening, it is happening, and we have a very strong opposition, but look at what is happening right now. So my feeling is that Kenyans should support Baba in ensuring that before he leaves, before he retires from politics, he leaves a very smooth country, a country whereby someone can go vote and be someone. You be sure that the person I voted for, maybe if he won't win, maybe the other person will win because he has the majority. But we are back to the era whereby the majority, you know, there was a time when this country, the majority, you remember when people used to vote using Mulolongo, whatever, people queuing up, you find that the longest line was declared losers and the shortest line declared winners. So we are back to such a place. And what I can tell Kenyans, I'm still young, but I've seen this. We are heading in a place whereby we shall regret living in this country. We will regret. And believe me, you know, the other day I was in school and my classmates were telling me that, you know, if Ruto wins, we will suffer. But I was saying, I don't think, because maybe during that campaign, he promised many things, but then look at the person after getting into the office. Look at the things he's doing. He can't appreciate even what the outgoing government has done. You know, someone who reshuffles everything without looking at the disadvantages and advantages, actually, like just trying to please those people who are behind him. And for me, that's a no. It's a no, and I'll tell Baba that Baba should do something. Should do something. Like Kenyans need to wake up. Like Kenyans need to wake up. We are very down. And by the time we reach 2030, with the kind of the country, with the kind of leadership that we have, with the kind of people that are getting into leadership positions, a common mwananchi hatakuwa na say anywhere, whether you voted, whether you didn't vote, because look at the current situation right now. The president want to choose the IEBC and everything. You see, the Supreme Court is, you know, the Supreme Court, you know, you know everything. They're just in support of whoever, you know, and these two are supposed to be independent bodies, but now they're not independent, you know. So as for me, this is what I can urge Kenyans. Let us ensure that we make good use of Baba. Baba is not fighting so that he be called the president. I'm sure Baba has everything he wants in his life to be. I'm sure, but Baba is fighting for that person who is very down, that person who is not respected. You see, during campaign, we're told bottom-up economy, that common mwananchi, that person who is very down will be uplifted. Look at the current situation. Look at the current situation. Nothing like common mwananchi. Kila mtu ananunua unga at 400, I don't know, 400. Saizi ile bottom up, I don't know, Hustler Nation it isn't working. So Kenyans, please support Baba, because personally I won't vote in 2027. God forbid I won't vote, because as long as if Ruto is still the president, I'll not vote in 2027. I cannot, I will not, I shall not, because they will steal. And this norm that Baba is that person you'll steal from and he'll just keep quiet. So it's now a norm. Everybody is used to that. I think it's high time Baba need to bring back his mind and take the necessary action for the better of everybody, for the better of the future of this country, for my, like, I don't know where you're heading to, but Mendadas, for me, I'm very grateful for such a candid talk, and this is where Kenyans are able to express their minds, their ideas, their views. We are the people on the ground. Those people are not on the ground. We are the people on the ground to see what people are going through. You see, people are crying, but what will you do at the end of it all? Wengine wanasema we should accept and move on. By the time inafika 2027, we will be dead. Some of us will be buried, and hatutakuwa na mtetezi. Because what Ruto wants to do now is to weaken Raila. He wants to weaken him, and he has started doing it. If Baba won't be alert, what Ruto is doing is now weakening him. But Kenyans, I'm grateful for Kenyans. Kenyans have stood for Raila ever since. So let's continue this way. I feel like I'm now leaving. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. We appreciate your givings and your perspectives. It is the duty of every Kenyan to see to it that they participate into the progress of their country, and also to cite when the leadership of the day is not performing or doing what they are required to do. It is disappointing that people assume office and the best they can do is complain about the previous office holders and keep blaming this and that and conducting Thanksgiving services. There is no stipulated article in the constitution that says the president should go around the country conducting Thanksgiving services, especially when Kenyans are going hungry and Kenyans are dying of one thing or another. The education is something else. It is very disappointing. And for Baba has stood up for this country, and I don't think amechoka. Ukimwona saa hii ako fresh. He's the Raila Odinga we are used to. The Raila Odinga of the handshake was not the natural one. The natural one is the one we're having right now. And those who are saying they have an answer to him, he has given them an invitation today. Let them bring their answer. The goodness is that he's gone to the highest court, which is the people of Kenya. And whatever the people of Kenya will decide, that is what will carry the day. I don't think there is any machinery enough to stop the people of Kenya if they are determined to push for what is rightfully theirs. It is evil for us to have an electoral system that does not give us the people we voted for. Hiyo haiwezekani. Haiwezekani. And then if this escapes this, bus, tumeisha. And a reminder as we continue with the conversation, subscribe to Sound Candid Talk, our young channel that we are building up. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. We are live on that particular channel. We are live on Mutembei TV YouTube channel. We are live on Mutembei TV official page on Facebook. Those are the three channels that are running right now. And from wherever you're following us, please ensure that you are helping out in terms of subscribing and inviting somebody to subscribe. Follow that closely. You subscribe and then invite somebody to subscribe. If we did that, we'll get those. We are now looking for 300. We need 300 more people to subscribe, and then we'll be good. And then those who want to join our WhatsApp groups, we have 3 WhatsApp groups: Mutembei TV, whatever debate WhatsApp group. We have the sons and the daughters of Raila Odinga. Then we have friends of Raila Odinga WhatsApp groups. If you want to join any of that, you get into the studio and then you drop your number in the private chat, your WhatsApp number. Then we will add you to those groups. You will be able to participate into the conversation. We have more conversations there. That's what generate into whatever we discuss here on the discussion and on the debate. So karibu kila moja, tumakinike pamoja, usiachwe nyuma. Asante sana. Tumsikilize mama yetu Kenya Azando. He, hii leo ni ya wapi sasa tena mami?
Hi, everybody, from the forum and at the chat group. Today I'm in Somali. That is Somali. That's the name of a girl born on Sunday. So, first, okay, I'll say hi to Bernard, Rhoda, Plato, David, Kelly, Chakamdume, Moses, Benson, and all are looking good. We are Kenyans, and there is Carl Gilbert. Well, today I have to clear something that we were told there before about Mau Mau. Mau Mau is not Uma Uma. Somebody said Uma Uma. It is not Uma Uma. Mau Mau was when these Kikuyu groups, they were somehow hiding themselves somewhere in a group. They want to arrange the move, whichever move they wanted to make. You know, they have got like grouping to have something, you know, their own conspiring message, or how they're gonna group up to do whatever they wanted to do because of the colonizers. These guys were being spied by those royalists to the colonizers, and also the colonizers. So when they are found where they are grouped, because there are people who are snitching back on them, when they were found where they are, they would be asked, what are you doing here? So they would say, Mau Mau. So meaning Mau Mau, it's what you see is what we were doing. We didn't have anything. It's that. That's the meaning of Mau Mau.
Excuse me, somebody
Please,
need
there's
to
somebody.
Mary, hold on. There's
Okay.
somebody need to close the mic, please, because it's bringing a bit noise background. Maybe it's TV or some technology. Please, can you close the mic because we can.
Okay, thank you, Rhoda. Thank you, Rhoda. I've taken care of that. Asante sana. Carl Gilbert, you keep your mic mute until it's your turn to speak. Don't turn on your mic until that is done. Moses, usijifiche nyuma ya curtain, unaharibu video. And Carl, sijui kwa nini umekaa kwa giza. You need either to light up ama tutakuficha kwa bench. Carry on, mami.
And so that is where the word Mau Mau came from. It is that what you see. If they first of all discovered that they are being spied and people come abruptly towards them, if they had anything that they were talking, they would shut up. They would maybe if they were making something, they would keep it away. So those people will see only nothing, but they are told what you see is that. Mau Mau. Mau Mau, that is. So that is the meaning of Mau Mau. That's how I understood. It's not Uma Uma Uma. Mau Mau. Mau Mau, what you see. That. That is the meaning of Mau Mau. And I think that is clear. Kelly, I'm very happy for you being young as you are, and I hope you make others feel the same and understand. When people have not faced any problem, if people have never found themselves in a tragedy or anywhere that you need some help, how to get out of it,